think this is the earliest I've ever been at Willow Springs. It's not even 8:30 yet. I'm already here unloading at the track. Been up for 4 hours now, just finished our 4-hour drive. This is the first time using the enclosed. I'm here with Mickey today, and we actually have something going on very interesting. And as you guys hear me say a lot, something that I really struggle with, or I have struggled with, is finding tandem practice, because you can only really practice during comp or if you do grassroots events. You can't tandem at Willow Springs unless you rent out the track, which is really expensive. But today, I'm actually here with a group of friends, and we're doing a private lesson with Taka, who's given us plenty of lessons in the past. And there's 4 of us today, and we're actually here just doing tandem practice and learning how to do it better, because that's something I really need help on. So that being said, time is ticking today. So we're gonna get this thing unloaded, get it ready to go, and we're going straight on the track.
What's up, guys? As TJ told you, we're out here at Willow. TJ's gonna go out and scrub some tires. He's got the R888s on again, and he really is wanting to get the hang of using them. So he's gonna go out, and these are scrubs. So they've already got some laps on them. Really trying to figure out what pressures are good for him. And then the goal for today is to get more comfortable with tandem driving. TJ's a great single lap driver. He's very intuitive in the car, which is pretty cool. All the years I've been around drivers, TJ is one of the most intuitive drivers that I've ever met. He picks things up really quick. As he mentioned, Taka, who's a longtime Formula D pro and drifting coach, here to help, and we're gonna do some tandem stuff today. So this is gonna be pretty fun. Pretty relaxed day, but I think TJ is gonna learn heaps today. So here we go. Car looks unsettled. Yeah.
So much grip.
Yeah, tons of grip. I think we need to go up in pressure.
Mickey and Taka said that I was way too gripped up. From the outside, just looked boring, and there was no wheel speed, which is why there wasn't any smoke. We're jacking these things up to 40. Still gonna be dialing in our tire pressures today, but look who just showed up.
What's up?
Well, what's up, brother? All right, you better.
Dude, you ready for me to touch your door?
Oh, jeez.
Dude, it's gonna happen.
Oh, I hope so, pussy. I hope so.
We'll see, we'll see.
So we made some changes to the car really quick. We raised the tire pressure quite a bit because TJ's car had way too much grip with the R888s. A little drastic increase in tire pressure, and now TJ's lining up after trailer class inside Taka's trailer with the other drivers to discuss today's game plan and how we're going to go about actually practicing. Right now, Taka's lining up the cars. We're basically doing a big circle with one lead car and one follow car, and the drivers each have instructions on what they need to do to practice this and to get better at it. The other car is a 350Z with a LS3 or LS6 V8, hard to tell, but looks like a pretty easy car to drive. When I say easy, meaning she's got the hang of it. So TJ should have a really good car to follow here. He just touched the wall. Taka's giving instruction, and we've got some tires left, so we're gonna go for another round here. Tires are going away. So we put on a set of scrubs for this run around. Scrubs mean basically used tires. They've been scrubbed in already. So these tires are half used, so they're only gonna last a couple rounds here. We're actually gonna go ahead and go the other direction this time because we're wearing out the left rears a lot faster than the right rears because of this circle. So they're gonna try the other direction. We'll see how it goes here. not positioning the car properly. He's too far forward and his car makes a lot of grip. So with that grip, when he's trying to tandem from the second car's position, he actually is lowering his wheel speed too much and the car's gripping up way too much, causing him to have to clutch kick a lot. And he just can't get settled in. So he has to really play with where he's looking and where he places the car. So we're halfway through our tires. We've got one more set of scrubs and a set of brand new rubber for the car. Fortunately, this type of practice requires a lot of preparation for not a ton of track time because of just the requirements, which are basically disposable tires, because we're using a lot of those today. So we're halfway through our usable tires and we're gonna go ahead and take a little break here. One thing when you're at the track, you always gotta have some snacks. This is one of my favorites, the Haribo's. Got my Star Mix, like those, a little bit of sunflower seeds, some water. Gotta stay hydrated out here at Willow. The sun is brutal. Tej, why don't you tell us what happened here, brother?
Wasn't it my first follow?
Yeah, it was your first follow.
My first follow. He just touched the wall.
It's a little love tap.
I got pretty lucky.
You know, most of that'll buff right out, brother. A little bit of brake parts cleaner and a rag, we're good to go.
Just gonna rebend this little tab right here, crack the weld a little bit, but ready to go.
She did her job.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I felt it, but it felt like I hit like a stack of pillows. That's how it felt. I was like, that's okay.
And that's the beauty of running stock bumpers on a drift car, especially the rear bumper, is that because they're made of a plastic / polyurethane, they will bend and move, whereas a fiberglass bumper would have been in a million pieces. So that's why we retain the stock bumper on these cars. It's definitely...
That's cool.
That is not Rad Dan's idea. That was my idea.
This is your idea?
Yes, I asked Dan to do that because I was sick and tired of opening the hatch.
Dan
quick
executed.
gas.
Oh, that is right. That is
Dan
true.
pulled it off though. We're talking about the center fill.
Everyone always comments about that. They're like, that is so cool.
Because lifting this hatch sucked, and at the time we didn't have a way to keep it up, so I had to keep putting the hockey stick in there and try to hold everything with the gas tank. Now I can just whoop. It's good stuff. But if you keep whacking the rear end, it's not going to be straight very long.
I'm trying.
That used to be centered.
Yeah. That was the first thing I checked. I was like, fuck, did I just mess up?
Gonna make it hard on my little paws to get in there to open that thing up.
So these next ones, Mick, I'm gonna try to stick this on the back of her car.
Okay, that'd be sick.
I want to try and do that.
I like it.
Yeah.
But that means you gotta get really close.
I'm trying. I don't know. It's hard when you're driving because I don't know how close I am. But like I feel close.
For your first time, you're doing really good. Like even Taka was like, "Wow, he's really picking it up fast." So that's to hear Taka say that means a lot.
Yeah,
and
I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean,
feels good.
You're like a car length and a half when you're at best.
That's not enough.
That's fine. It's good. You're gonna work up to it. It's a slow process. You'll figure it out.
See, the thing what's weird is like
you can't go full ham and start putting marks on people's doors because that's how you piss people off.
I feel much closer. To me, I'm there. I'm like 2 feet and I'm in her car. That's how it feels.
In the car, it feels a lot different than out of the car.
Am I really a car like that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Reality, such a bitch.
I did not realize that.
Shout out to Tang Tools, pretty cool little setup. I know TJ has highlighted in his videos before. This is what we call our suitcase of trackside tools. It's a handy thing to have because we just grab these guys out of the toolkit at the shop, toss them in this, and it all folds up into this little rolly cart.
Yeah, I literally always talk about this thing.
I know.
It's like the coolest.
So Mad Mike's been using this for like the last 4 or 5 years, and when TJ got to deal with Tang Tools, I told him this was an absolute must to have for the race program, and it is a handy thing. The only bummer is when you forget to lock these little clips and you go to lift it out and you just yard sale everything all over the track. You can ask Mike, I've done it a few times, so I know the drama. But all right, so we're gonna go ahead and have a little break here, maybe grab some lunch and some snacks, and we'll be back with you guys. Alright, so I just gathered the GoPro off Zendara's 350Z. Her and the other 350Z are gonna go now. TJ's gonna take a break. We don't have as many tires as some of the other guys out here, so Taka wants to let these tires cool off a little bit before we go again. Try to make them last as long as possible because there's still quite a few more drills that he wants to do with us. And he doesn't want us to go home yet. Alright, so we just got out of a little classroom session with Taka and the other 2 drivers. Unfortunately, Noah is having some machine issues, so he's done for the day. Too bad, because I wanted to hear that thing rip. But we're back out here now. We're going to do figure 8s. No more donuts, so this should be interesting. See some actual entries and see how the idea is for the drivers to practice letting the other driver, the lead driver, transition and then sucking back up to the door of the lead car once the transition happens. So this will be an interesting test.
This guy is a stock BQ, so it's really gonna test how I can drive following someone really slow. We're now gonna be doing figure 8s, so I need to be really careful that when we transition, my front end doesn't hit the back of his car. I tried to transition. The moment I saw her like winding up, I was trying to like hurry up and flick it back.
That's good. Except the last one.
Yeah.
You last one.
So we actually just smoked through all of our tires for today, but the girl driving the LS 350Z has a bunch of spare tires and she's actually donating a set of Delance for the back, baby, so we can keep going because we're having a really good time driving with each other. So shout out to Zendara. It's been really fun to drive with her and I'm sure we got some really good footage of us going, and because Noah was out, that's kind of like the closest car setup and power setup too. But if you guys been watching for a while, I actually almost went LS 350, but then I ended up doing the 2J. So this could have and should have been us. Zendara,
hello.
The vlog. Hello everybody.
This was a stock 350Z last year. It was was supposed to be a temporary car, but then someone suggested, why don't you put an LS in it? I found these guys, LOJ Conversions, who do swap kits that basically plug and play LS engines into 350Z chassis. I'm still using the stock transmission and everything.
Same. CD09's
So,
baller, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I have the 09 because mine's an 03.
Okay, yeah, so you have the, I don't even know what it's called, but it's not the 09, it's 100, but
Exactly.
the gearing is a little bit different.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy an 09 because I'm gonna kill this. So I called them up and they did the swap for me. It's super sick. I was a bit cheap, so I didn't buy a brand new crate motor. I got an L92.
As nearly everybody will, yeah.
You know, because I thought I was saving money. On my race
Yeah,
car.
right? No, not the case.
Yeah, and they hooked me up. Clutch Masters hooked me up with a twin
Oh,
disc.
awesome.
LOJ did the swap, and they did some really cool powder coating on the.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it looks really good.
Details, the valve covers, custom etched, like.
How much does it make? Like 500?
507 to the.
Yeah,
rear
we're
wheel.
like very, very similar in power. Yeah, it's been awesome. Yeah, first time ever tandeming, and it's an LSZ, which is awesome because for me driving, like especially when she's like on, like right behind me, the noise freaks me out. Like I get so scared. I'm like, I'm literally about to die. She's about to eat me right now. But it's been awesome, and she donated a set of DeLonts, so huge shout out to that. Thank you. We can get a couple more laps in and keep killing it.
Gotta go wider, Teach. And that right there is how you get better, folks. Practice. It doesn't happen any other way. Seat time, track time, and practice. I really like the progression of TJ's driving today. Every time we're out here, he gets better and better as the day goes on. He's super intuitive driver, man. He takes feedback from Taka and goes ahead and applies it straight away, which is really impressive for a young driver. I'm really pumped for TJ. I think he has the skills for this, and I look forward to seeing where he takes this. I know his aspirations probably aren't to be some sort of pro driver or anything, just have fun and burn off some rubber, which is cool. I appreciate that, it's so awesome. Special thanks to Tej for letting me come out here and change tires for him and stuff. I have a blast with this stuff. Watching the vehicle work and him behind the wheel is pretty fun too, so this is super cool. Thanks, Tej. Yeah, there you go. That's a wrap on our day here out at Drift School USA. This is Taka, the man, the myth, the legend, and he's gonna tell you guys a quick thing about his new tandem days here at Willow.
Hello. Pretty much this is a get comfortable with following people. That's about it. But problem is big guy has to be good. Consistent, so no surprise at that.
So you good drifters out there, we're looking for you.
Yeah, then we can have fun. Consistently try to get used to the distance and lots of clutch work, gas work, and gauge where you are.
This tandem's the fun part of drifting.
This is a really fun part to begin, but you gotta be good in single run to make a tandem work.
Yep.
Because you have to go sideways fast to go tandem.
That's right. So if you guys are interested in, brushing up on your tandem skills or even just some regular drift classes, Taka and Yoshi put on a great clinic out here at Willow Springs. So get the cars on the trailers and get out here, guys. You can find them at www.driftschoolusa.com.
Yeah.
So you can click the link down below. Check it out. Thanks, Taka.
Thank you.
Check out this premium condensation. As much as this is a good thing, we're gonna change it out. Here we have the new Tom's tail light. This is essentially Miley's new booty cheek. Let's go install it.